looks like you have a pistol, and I have scissors.
Yes, it appears that I do have a pistol.
Well, what should we do with them, Robin?
I suppose harm small children? Or not.
Welcome back to yet another episode. Today is a special mailbag episode where I'm looking at the things that I picked up from the Disney Movie Club. I've been a member of the Disney Movie Club for a long time and have pretty much accrued my entire collection from said Disney Movie Club. Look into it, see if it's right for you. I was able to take the advantage of it, I will say, without going into the details. What I've got here is like 10 to 12 Disney Movie Club exclusives that I'm going to unbox in this box here. And yeah, we're just going to dig right in. I'd love to know what you guys have picked up over the last couple weeks, couple months, whatever it may be, couple days. If you're like me, it would be couple days. Feel free to leave that down in the comments below, and we'll get a little discussion rolling. Without further ado, let's jump into the Disney Movie Club box. Again, this is all exclusive to the Disney Movie Club. Very seldom do they put special features on their discs, but it's just to have the disc. Most of these were upgrades. Got my live-action Disney collection down here, if you could see it. And a lot of them I sold off the DVD to fund the Blu-rays. Some of these are really exciting. Let's jump in. I'm going to put this right off to the side. Actually, I'll show you. I'll show the breaking of the seal. Be careful here. It's full of DVDs. Packing. Alright. And we're going to start going through them. So first and foremost, wow! First and foremost, we have the Black Cauldron. Finally has gotten a Blu-ray release. This has been in the vault, or whatever the hell they call it, for the last who knows how long. This is the first time this is on Blu-ray. This has to be one of the last live-action Walt Disney animated pictures. This has to be one of the last ones to make it to Blu-ray. I've been sitting on my DVD copy forever, which was actually sealed, and I sold that off and basically completely funded this. The way it works, once you've made your commitment on Disney Movie Club, buy 5 movies at regular price over like a 3-year span, you get a 60% discount. Right now I get a 60% discount. So essentially this was like 25 or 30 bucks regular price, and then everything else you'll see I got it 60% off of that $25 or $30 price. So a lot of these came to like $12.50, $13, $14, and a lot of them were paid for with my DVDs. So that is the Black Cauldron. So happy to finally have this. It's got a deleted scene on here, actually, and a short called Trick or Treat, starring Donald Duck and his 3 nephews. So that's cool. It does have some special features there. The music by Elmer Bernstein from Ghostbusters fame. It doesn't say the director on the back. It says Elmer Bernstein. Either way, I'm so thrilled to have the Black Cauldron. I love this Disney animated picture. Can't wait to dig back into it. Alright, moving on, we have, I finally got this, The Count of Monte Cristo. You'd think I would have found this out at the pawn shops, thrift shops, or even my bookstore that I work at. Never seen this movie come in anywhere on Blu-ray. Glad to finally have it. I got rid of my DVD, which was basically worthless. This movie is amazing. The first and last time I watched this, I was blown away by the rollicking adventure that this film gave me. It's an action-adventure film through and through based on the Alexander Dumas story, The Count of Monte Cristo. This is directed by Kevin Reynolds and stars Jim Caviezel, Guy Pearce, Richard Harris, amongst others. Luis Guzman. Luis Guzman is great in this, has a great role. The character actor, Luis Guzman. It's been too long. I gotta pop this back in and watch this. It's a long one, though. It's over 2 hours long, but I can't wait to watch this on Blu-ray the way, or closer to the way it was meant to be seen, The Count of Monte Cristo. We've got George of the jungle, watch out for that tree. I think that's the lyrics. It's been a long time. I haven't seen this movie since the 90s, when I absolutely adored it as a kid. When did this come out? Like 96 or something, I want to say. So I was probably like 8 years old. Loved George of the Jungle. This is my Tarzan growing up. That's right. Brendan Fraser is my Tarzan. He would have made a great Tarzan, by the way. But that's okay, because we got George of the Jungle, and we got the Mummy movies. So, George of the Jungle. Really happy to have it. Another one with jungle in the title. Twice! Jungle to Jungle. Another film that I watched when I was like 7 or 8 years old when this came out. Maybe even a little earlier. I want to say this was like 9/4. And they don't say on the back. They just say when the DVD or the Blu-ray was released. Tim Allen movie. Not sure that this is going to hold up. This is going to hold up very well, but I had to add it to the collection. Super nostalgic for this film, and I still quote it to this day. There's a line in this movie by one of the tribes people, and they're trying to speak English, and they say, "I love you," and I still use that in that same inflection, in that tone. Obviously, I loved it as a kid, and it just kind of stuck with me. I love you. So anyway, Jungle to Jungle. Again, not sure how this is going to hold up. This is a story about a boy who is a white child who is raised in a tribe, who finds out his father is like a wealthy businessman, and the kid gets taken into the city, and chaos ensues, hilarity ensues. So that is Jungle to Jungle. George of the Jungle, same kind of, the story to this one, actually, I guess kind of similar. George is taken out of the jungle and put into, like, a New York situation, and he doesn't know how to handle it, obviously, so kind of dealing with similar themes there, and it's been too long for me to talk about the plot to Black Cauldron. Monte Cristo, same thing. I remember Monte Cristo, a big scene in it is when he gets arrested and breaks out of jail. Great scenes. Those really stuck with me. Let's move on. Next up, we have the Scarecrow of Romney Marsh. This is a Disney live-action picture that I don't know if it has horror elements, but that's why I picked it up. It looked like it did. The Scarecrow of Romney Marsh. It actually looks more like a Western mixed with maybe some horror. With his mysterious mask, chilling laugh, and eyes more piercing than steel, Dr. Christopher Sin, kindly clergyman by day, rides by night disguised as the Scarecrow, the village's only hope against the tyranny and taxes of King George III. So it doesn't sound like a horror movie, but it sounds really cool. It does sound sort of like a Western, but also maybe like a vigilante superhero kind of thing. So that is really cool. On the back, looks like he's got his Scarecrow gang there. So I don't know anything about this, but it piqued my interest, and it was only 10 or 12 bucks, so... Or actually, this was more like 9. Some of these are cheaper than others. Either way, that is the Disney Blu-ray exclusive of Scarecrow of Romney Marsh. Happy to have this in the collection. And we have a little, like, really cheap-looking calendar here. That'll go in the garbage. Next up, we have, Sister Act 1 and 2. Another couple movies I grew up watching. As you could tell, we watched a lot of Disney pictures in our household growing up. This was not actually Disney. It was Touchstone, which was a branch of Disney. Either way, Sister Act 1 and 2, both on the same Blu-ray, or 2 separate Blu-rays, I think. It says a 3-disc edition. Yep, they're on the same disc, and then there's the DVDs as well that, I don't really care about. These are 2 movies that, again, I'm not sure how they're going to hold up, but I like Whoopi Goldberg's movies, and these I remember really enjoying as a kid. So did my mom. I don't remember the stories, though. So it'll be a good time to jump back into these and give them a whirl, see how they hold up. And we have a little pin here. Well, that's kind of cool. A little collectible pendant of Simba there. And I like Simba. I like the Lion King quite a bit, so that's kind of cool. Stick that somewhere. That's kind of neat. And then we have Phenomenon. This got a Blu-ray release. I thought this was out of print completely, but I guess Disney started to print it again. I don't exactly know. John Turteltaub film. I remember watching this again as a kid. A lot of these are 90s films, as you could check. So a lot of these, as you could see, a lot of these I grew up watching and finally have picked up on Blu-ray. Phenomenon, again, not sure how it holds up, but I remember this. John Travolta is imbued with powers, I believe, of sort of like a god. I get mixed up with Michael, where he's an angel, but in this, he gets imbued. I think he gets struck by lightning or something and imbued with powers. So, Phenomenon, when John Travolta was on top of the world in the 90s. Let's move on to the next. The Three Musketeers. Sold off my 2 DVDs and finally have The Three Musketeers 93 on Blu-ray. This got released a few years back, but I finally got to picking it up. Charlie Sheen, Kiefer Sutherland, Chris O'Donnell, Oliver Platt, Tim Curry, Rebecca De Mornay. Believe it or not, guys, I don't think I've ever seen this. I may have caught it as a kid, but don't really remember. But I really don't think I did. My family didn't rent this one, watch this one. But I hope I enjoy it. I like the Three Musketeers story. Again, another Alexander Dumas film, or Dumas story. So Count of Monte Cristo, Three Musketeers here. Really looking forward to checking this one out again. It should be a rollicking, rip-roaring sort of adventure. Either way, that is the Three Musketeers. We got Rockin Man! Only saw this film once back when it came out in the late 90s, man. This was Harland Williams, one of the only leading roles he got. This, Sorority Boys, a couple others. I really liked his humor back in the day. He was in Half-Baked too, I believe. He was a really unique sort of comedic actor, and he got to star in a Disney production here, Rockin Man, where he gets sent into space. I don't remember the story too much. Countdown, NASA taps computer whiz and wannabe astronaut Fred Randall to join the space shuttle mission. Unfortunately, this accident-prone techie is the last guy on Earth you'd want to aboard the first ever manned mission to Mars. So it's going to be, that's right, it's sort of like a comedy of errors, a space astronaut comedy of errors with Harland Williams. So I'm looking forward to checking this out. And again, I did sell my DVD off. If my DVD wasn't fetching anything, I probably wouldn't have upgraded. But it was, so I did so. That is Rockin Man! Mighty Ducks 3, I've completed my Mighty Ducks collection on Blu-ray. The entire trilogy now on Blu-ray from the Disney exclusive, Disney Movie Club exclusive, whatever. D3 is one I actually watched quite a bit. Was this the one with Keenan? I can't remember. Yeah, I believe this is the one with Keenan and the Knuckle Puck, if I'm not mistaken. This one I watched a ton, more than 1 and 2, I want to say, because this came out at the right time. It was released for me at the right time. So, was this the one where they have, like, the boys end up, like, watching a fashion show? I forget. Oh, my God. There's so many, like, memories resurfacing right now. Is this the one that opens up in the mall, and they're skating through the mall, and then they have this fashion show that they're watching, and the kids get kicked out of not a fashion show, but they're in this, like, uppity sort of dress shop, and they're looking at all these models, like pre-adolescent boys, adolescent boys. Either way, I think that's D3 if I'm remembering right, but it's been since the 90s since I've seen these films, so I really want to sit down, now that I own the trilogy on Blu-ray, sit down and watch them all back to back. That would be a blast and super nostalgic, and I'd love to do a video talking about these, so that would be cool. Last but not least, guys, we have The Parent Trap. Nothing too crazy here. In fact, I've only seen these once when I was a kid. The first Parent Trap I saw when I was a kid with my mom. I wasn't a huge fan of it. I was more into Mighty Ducks, things like that, more action-oriented stuff. But again, my DVD was fetching the right price, so I upgraded to the Blu-ray. This, I thought, had... Okay, so my DVD had Parent Trap 1 and 2. This only has Parent Trap 1. I'm fine with that, honestly. I am fine with that. That is Parent Trap, and that's going to do it for here, show these one last time. My Disney Movie Club pickup here. It was fun to go through these, very nostalgic to resurface some memories here for me. Can't wait to dig into some of these. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel and want to see more videos like it, go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well as the little bell for notifications. Anyway, guys, I will see you all next time. TheBoredCyborg is out. Do I have to roll again? No! I have to roll! I have no room! Ah! Well, that didn't work out very well.